Hello and welcome to At Home with Mindy. It's the 4th of May today. I've done all my shopping in one shop. Normally I have to visit a couple, but I've just done the one shop. We try to stick to a budget of £60 a week, but that is going to have to go down because I found out today that if you've been with me for a while, you'll know about Annie. I found out today that Philip can't actually cope with the funeral costs on his own, so Barry's going to look into getting a loan, and whatever the monthly payments are, I'm going to have to reduce my food shopping by that, because he can't cope on his own. He's got the 3 little children to look after and feed, clothe and all that sort of stuff. So, but I don't think either cutting down the shopping is going to be enough. I think we might have to actually look at doing a car boot sale, going through my jewellery box, see if there's any actual gold. I know I've got a gold wedding ring, but I'm not selling that. I don't wear it, but I'm not selling it. But yeah, so I only found that out today, that he can't do it on his own. And he is quite short, so I'm going to maybe even have to start crocheting stuff and see if I can sell that at a bit more than cost. Because I've made baby blankets before and they're just sitting on Facebook. Nobody's prepared to pay anything above the actual cost of the yarn. But anyway, let's get back to the shopping. Oh, pardon me. £52.50 is what I spent. I can cut back a bit because I did buy a few treats, because I didn't know until after I'd been shopping. The first treat is one bottle of the Twisted Fruits. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be like a Fanta. That was 65p, and I thought I'd get it for Saturday because I'm not really a royalist as such, but I might watch a bit of the coronation. But I was thinking of doing like a few scones and a Victoria sponge cake, that sort of thing. Be a little bit British. But yeah, we're going to share that because obviously we don't know what it's like, so I don't want to buy too many. Did I say it's 65p? I've got 3 packets of noodles. They're 35p each. And the barbecue beef flavour. When Connor cooked it, it smelled gorgeous. The sachet of spices they give you is really generous as well. And we had noodles last night, so I needed to replace them. And I fancied having something other than the chips shop style curry. So we've gone for a tikka masala. That normally wouldn't go round for, but I'm going to add a little bit of water and see if that does, because I like a saucy curry. Oh, and I did go shopping with a list, and what was on my list only came to £40, but I'd forgotten to put mushrooms on, so that bumped up as well. We've got 2 of the sieved tomatoes because I'm going to make like a bolognese. In a minute I might go and get the thing. I had 5 meals planned. One of them was going to be jacket potatoes, but it'll have to be beans on toast instead because I didn't get the potatoes. We've got some from last week, but I don't know if the skin will be good enough to eat, because after a week you normally would peel them. But 27p each, they're always good for baked beans on toast. Like I said, we've got the mushrooms. The 400 grams was 125. 250 grams was 95, but this is 650. A lot of them were huge. If you like stuffing mushrooms, you'd have loved them, but I don't. These were 165 and they're closed caps, so I like those. I wanted Brussels sprouts. There wasn't even a label, so we've gone for broccoli instead. That was £1.09. The carrots, it's only a 500-gram bag for 33p. It should do a couple of meals at least. The family pack of tomatoes, I couldn't see a price for the 6, but these weigh 650 grams and they're on offer at $1.19. So obviously there is a few more in there. And Barry is liking cheese and tomato sandwiches at work. This was so that I can do the scones and obviously sandwiches as well. We are kind of greedy when it comes to cheese. We have just this morning finished the last block of cheese. So we can easily get through 900 grams in a week. That was £4.80. At the back we've got apple and strawberry squash. That one is £1.09. And we've got a cranberry juice. That was 85. I was going to make a cheesecake. That's what I thought. This one was 83p. Because you can buy a cheesecake for 85p. But I didn't think it had a lot of flavour. The middle layer bit. But the double cream, I'm going to see if I can swap double cream for really, if you get evaporated milk really cold, you can whip it and it gets big. I'm going to look up first though to see if that can be replaced with that. Otherwise I might try putting this into tomato sauces to try and give that creamy taste. Got some garlic puree because I brought the garlic one the other week. Not the garlic, the ginger puree. But I thought I'd get the garlic one because it'll be easier than trying to chop up garlic. Rocky, can you move? Got 4 pints of milk at $1.55. And I don't know if it says it on the label, but on the receipt it says it's Welsh. We're in West Sussex, so that's travelled some distance. We've got 1 lactose milk for Connor at £1.19. I've only picked up 1 because I thought that way if he needs a second one he can go to the shop and maybe look for some yellow stickers with the change I've got. Dippers again because they go with any emergency meal when you forget to take something out of the freezer. They're $1.55. I'm pretty sure we didn't use any last week, but if the grandkids come over I know they'll get for them. The sausages were $1.79. These are 70, even zoomed in, I think that says 72% pork. They were $1.79. I'm hoping they'll be good. I think I got the blue packet last time. We've got the cooked ham again, because that's nice in the sandwiches for Barry. Trouble is, when I open this, I tend to steal a slice as it is. So that's a habit I'd have to get out of. But last week was the first time in ages that we'd actually brought ham. Got some hot pepperoni, so that we can make pizzas. Because I've got flour and that to use up. I'm going to go through the cupboards and have a really good sort of like use everything up, make it, put it in the freezer, see how many meals I can get that way. And I had chicken on my list. The frozen chicken sometimes shrinks. The one we got from Farm Food didn't. But I thought, why don't I get a turkey mince that's $2.49, and hopefully there won't be any shrinkage in that. I think that is probably just mince. I've never heard of them adding water to mince anyway. I can't tell, sorry. We've got, oh, and that will probably be for the curry or just mince carrots and peas in gravy. The coffee was $2.39. and we're completely out. Had to open it already. That's the first thing I did when I got back in, was open up the bags and get the coffee out. We've got sugar, it's 99p, and I'm sure it was £1.09 last time, but I'm going to see if I can get Barry to cut down to 1 sugar, because I don't think you need 2 sugars. I only have 1. I might cut down to half as well. And we've got the tea bags. They're £1.39. As long as I've got tea in the house, I am happy. Yeah, I could quite easily have a cup of tea and forget about any food, because tea is the only thing I really want when it comes to nutrition, even though there's no nutrition in it. But we've got 2 chicken bakes. They're £1.15. To make the pastry, I'm thinking, does it cost me more than that to do? But also, they cook in 30 minutes. It takes me longer than that to try and make pastry. Got 2 because there's 3 of us that will eat them, and either the spare one for Barry's lunch or put it back in the freezer. Got Yuki some vegetarian ham because it's still £1.49 in Aldi, and I'm sure that is the cheapest at the moment. We've got 2 pizzas. I had 3 on my list, but Barry said he'll have beans on toast the day they have pizzas. Those beans are going to go a long way, aren't they? But they didn't have any pepperoni ones, so Connor's either going to have a plain cheese one or use some of the one that I brought for if we make homemade ones at lunchtime. Got a wholemeal loaf. Me and Barry are fine with this. It's 39p. And I've got a white loaf. Excuse me. Because I've noticed Connor, if I only have brown in, he doesn't tend to eat a sandwich. So we paid 79p for the white one. And last week, I really could have done with some sweet stuff. So we've got 1 milk chocolate. And I'm going to try, because I would only want 1 square, but I'm going to see if they'll share it rather than have a whole one each. The digestives were going to be for the cheesecake, or they'll be for coffee. And this, we brought the caramel ones. I'm the only one that ate them. I don't know why nobody else tried them, but I thought I'd get the sweet chili in case they just didn't want to have a sweet flavour. That's more of a savoury one. And they've got 10 pack of melts to share between them. They're £1.45. These were 89p, so it is quite a cheap snack. These are for breakfast, because they're going out on Saturdays now to go and see Philip and take him around the car boot, even though they don't buy anything, just to get him out of the house and all that. Because unfortunately for him, everybody knew Annie and her mum, and they're all, every time he goes somewhere they question him, so taking him to a car boot, nobody really knows him, so he can go around without being questioned all the time. But we've also got some fabric conditioner. I didn't need this just yet because I've still got like that much of the bottle, but it was I think £1.49, and I thought I'll just get it because I'm buying the washing liquid, so I may as well buy both at the same time this time. This one was £2.79, but it claims to do 42 washes. They had one that was £2.29 but only did 24. And then we've got some bleach, 60p. Some whitening toothpaste is 98. And then for the mucky kids when they come round, some wipes, which I think was 65. Because, yeah, really I should have got nappies as well, but hopefully Philip and Katie will remember those when they come round. It's normally the wipes that they've run out of. So that's everything we've got. I didn't get much for Yuki because she's still got like stars and moons. Where she's the only vegetarian, her stuff does last for ages. But I will probably have to top hers up next week. But yeah, I don't think that's too bad for £52. We did get a little bit of snacky bits. Hopefully, when they realise that's all they've got for the week, they will be more careful. But if you like watching hauls, please consider leaving a comment, a thumbs up and a subscribe. Thank you. Love you all. Bye bye.